It's a little crazy with the kid and the dog.
I can't get my video to work today.
That makes me look adventurous.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I know. Oh no.
Welcome to Bankruptcy. That was so bad.
That was the worst ever. That was so bad.
Hey everyone, it's Janine again. I am just getting everything set up. Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you like that video intro. You're going to see it a couple more times today, just maybe 3, because we have 3 more sessions after this one. So I am personally never sick of that video. And in fact, the little song like plays in my head all night long. But it is like a little anxiety inducing because, you know, like as soon as it's over, it's your time to come on. So anyway, I hope you guys like that. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We are filling the room. We're hoping to have like a really full house. So for background, we really didn't have the session planned. People were just asking us like what kind of software to use to file bankruptcies. And we had to mention NextChapter. I mean, we were really, we intentionally did not want to make a session about NextChapter just so that we could give other people voices, let them be heard and really help everybody learn from the experts. And then when it came to bankruptcy software, we realized we were the experts. So we were like, you know what, we should probably do a session so that everybody knows what kind of software is out there, what it can do, and hopefully get you guys on board so that you can also, start filing your cases. Okay, so first things first, while I go over all of the like code of conduct and all of that, if you guys could go ahead, and if you don't already have a NextChapter account, you're going to need to create one now, because this is a workshop. So we can walk you through how to set up a case and just how to use NextChapter. So we're going to put a call to action here and also in the chat. Just go, it's a free account. You can sign up for free. All you have to do is just put in your name and email. You'll get a link to like confirm your password's good so that, we can keep all of that secure, and then you will just be right in the system. So again, like it's free and easy to sign up. So it's going to help you through this session because we're going to be workshopping with some of the other team members here. So with that, if the team wouldn't mind throwing up that call to action, and if it hasn't already, and then also I'm gonna grab my slides here too. And if you guys wouldn't mind throwing those slides up, and then we can get started. Guys, it's been a really fun week. So I hope that everyone is enjoying this as much as I am. It's been a little bit crazy, but we're happy that we've been able to like stagger the sessions so that we aren't like on top of each other, because now we have at least an hour here and there to like take a break, grab some water, lunch, go on a run, whatever, come back, and then get right back into it. So we're hoping that this has been working out well for everybody. So, okay, today this is all about NextChapter. It's a NextChapter workshop, all about how to learn how to use bankruptcy software. It's going to be myself, Tim, Mandy, and Alex, and they are all NextChapter team members. To get started, a lot of you guys have already been to one of these sessions, but if you have not, make sure that you use the chat to talk with fellow attendees and communicate any technical issues. If you have any questions, please put them in the questions tab so that we can prioritize and people can upvote questions to make sure that we get them, all of the ones that are most popular, answered first. And I don't think we have any polls, but should we choose to put any polls in here, you'll find those in the polls tab. Our code of conduct is very clear: be nice. So, we can have friendly conversation with each other and challenge one another, but let's make sure to be, inclusive and not offensive. We will put the full link in the chat so you guys can review that if you need to. And if you notice anything kind of off, just send us an email and we'll make sure to address it. All right, now, like I said, as I'm finishing up, I have just a few more slides until we get started. So like I said, this is a workshop. Make sure that you go ahead and put make sure that you sign up so that you can have your free account with NextChapter so we can work together as we go through this. Okay, so here's our little intro of why we started Bankruptcy Week all together. Since the pandemic started, we have seen that 3 million people are not paying their mortgage. 1 in 4 small businesses have been shut down, and closer to 33 million people have filed unemployment since we made this slide. It's not going to be the same when we get through this. And during the last recession, bankruptcy filings went up 74%. So we created Bankruptcy Week so that we can hopefully get more people to understand how to prepare and file bankruptcies, add it to their practice, and hopefully start helping more debtors and people in trouble. So I put a couple slides together. If you saw my opening keynote, you would know my background, or if you know me, because I tell it a lot, but I think it's very important to the company and really the essence of the story and why we started this. So I'm just going to give you a little background here. I'm the founder, managing director of NextChapter, and I started NextChapter. I was a paralegal, and I saw the need for a cloud-based system. I was using all the other products out there. I was working in a local law firm in Columbus, Ohio, and then I went out on my own and started a virtual practice. By that, I mean a virtual paralegal firm, and I was working for attorneys all over the place, doing bankruptcy. So really, there wasn't anything online, and I wanted to see what I could do. So I learned how to code. I found some developers and started working together every day in a coffee shop, trying to figure out how to make this thing happen. It took many years of development. I went around looking for funding and never received it. So I bootstrapped and just kept going, and eventually we launched in 2016. It took about 2.5 years to build, and it was a couple years of just getting off the ground. When we launched in 2016, we had our first paying customer, and since then we continued to grow 14% month over month with marketing and word of mouth, and just a lot of really kind of grassroots efforts to get people to know that there is even this product out there. Our team is made up of, well, now we have about 25 people, but that's the NextChapter team. In 2019, we were acquired by Fastcase, and Fastcase has a large team that is here to support us in everything from, product development and how to market to the attorneys that are, outside of our network. They're here to help us just continue to grow. And so things have not changed since the Fastcase acquisition. And I think some people were a little bit afraid of that. But no, we're all still the same team. We're all still right here. And, it's really just been great and a wonderful way for us to be kind of more infused with more support and capital. So today we're going to be talking all about NextChapter's product, and you guys are gonna, I think you'll be blown away by how easy it is to use, how clean and sophisticated the product is. It's been many years since that first product was built, and we've added so many features. So, oh, here's another slide of the whole team. After the acquisition, we had a little party in Fastcase's office, so I wanted to include that too. So NextChapter's features, it's kind of endless, but I just wanted to put in the main ones here just to kind of touch on. And Tim and Alex are going to go into detail and show you guys everything you need to know. But we do have bankruptcy court integration in every court. We have a credit report integration to pull a tri-merge credit report from all 3 bureaus and import them into all of the schedules needed, to file the bankruptcy. We have a Clio integration, which is really important so that you can, a lot of people start with Clio Grow as their lead gen and push, all of their clients in any bankruptcy matter that's tagged as a bankruptcy case in Clio goes into NextChapter. So it's a two-way sync. If you start something in NextChapter, goes back to Clio and vice versa. So we have a lot of integrations, but that's one I wanted to point out. We have a lot of case management tools. So a lot of people use NextChapter, not just for their bankruptcy cases, but for every kind of case, because that's something that we just introduced this year is the ability to file, the ability to create a case of any kind. And you can use all of our case management tools for all of those kinds of cases. And then for bankruptcy specifically, you can go in to actually file those with the courts. And we have a lot of built-in calculators we'll get to, Chapter 13 plan editor, and more. So why NextChapter? Well, for starters, it's 100% cloud-based, and we know how important that is right now. It's always been important, but I think that people are just now understanding the severity of it, that, we can't just be relying on desktop applications and trying to connect to VPNs. That's just not going to work. So we have been built on the cloud from day one. We never merged, tried to set something up and tweak it. No, we started on the cloud, and we have made everything very stable, secure. We have several different backups. We are very confident in our cloud-based solution. Our amazing customer support is really one of the number one reasons why people choose NextChapter. They find us because of all of our 5-star reviews. We have over 100 across different websites, and I mean, this is just people telling the truth, how they feel about the product. So it's amazing. Every time we get one, we share it with the rest of our team. I will, or somebody else will, put it in our kudos channel in Slack, and it gives us that boost that we need to remember why we're doing this. And people are so excited to be one of our loyal customers, and we're so excited to have them. So also our flexible pricing for all of our, we have flexible pricing for every size firm. So you'll see that here in a little bit. Alex will go over that. And you'll also, I think Tim will give you a good idea of our all-in-one platform. So we'll go over pricing. I think I'm going to slide over this because I think that Alex will be able to get back to this. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys the first, peek at why we did Bankruptcy Week and what NextChapter is all about. So the rest of our team here is going to be joining us. I'm going to bring Tim to the stage now, and Tim will do a demo of the product for you, and you guys can follow right along. Hey.
Hey, everybody. How you doing, Janine?
Good. Thanks for joining me. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, Tim is one of our sales account specialists. He's been with NextChapter for a long time now, joining us from Columbus, Ohio, and he will be walking you guys through how to prepare a case in NextChapter. So I'm going to leave you here, and I'll see you later.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool, guys. Again, my name is Tim. I'm a sales account specialist here at NextChapter. So I'll kind of be going through a couple of the features and integrations that you do have unlocked within NextChapter. And then obviously Alex will be able to kind of go over the pricing. So if you're waiting on me to yell out the price, it's coming. Just give it some time here. So just give me 1 second here and let me share my screen with you guys. All right, perfect. Can everybody see that all right? Okay, perfect. Awesome, guys. So this is really what you're going to see with NextChapter right when you log in, right? So this will be your homepage. We're going to show all of your recent cases. They will all be here on the left side. So right when you log in on the left side, we're going to show your first 15 cases. Obviously the ones that you've most recently accessed here. You can always come in and search by case names here. So, obviously if you know the case name, you can come in and search by the name and you'll be able to pull up cases. If you just want to view your whole caseload, so view every case that you've put into NextChapter or import it into NextChapter. You are able to do that through the View All tab here. It'll take you right into your full case list where you're able to come in and see all your cases. Over here on the right side, these are going to be your monthly progress reports. So all your new leads, new clients, new filings, we will be able to track those for you. Obviously, you are able to come in and set goals for those as well. So if you do have, goals for each month, throughout the year, you are able to change those. It's really easy to come in and change the goals as well. Just hit this settings icon right at the top right. That'll actually take you right into your goals here, where you'll be able to come in and adjust. Awesome. Down here, right below your recent cases, these will be all of your NextChapter notices. So because we do have the ECF integration, we are able to actually pull in your notices into NextChapter. So this actually acts as your inbox of notices. Obviously, I've read all my notices so far, so they'll actually be in my View All. If I come into the View All, this will actually be all of my notices that are coming into NextChapter here. So this will have any notice that does come through ECF or Pacer will come through into NextChapter. Obviously, you can see hearings are coming through in your notices as well. The nice thing about the calendar and the notices is how they're working together with each other. The notices and the calendar work together, and the calendar acts as like a hearing scheduler for you, right? So I'll go back a couple months here just because I know I have a couple 341s in here. So let's say a 341 hearing comes through in your notices. Obviously, you have a date, a time, what case it's assigned to. As long as you have those, that notice will actually be scheduled for you into your calendar. So it'll go right into the calendar for you. So you'll have your 341. So let's say that it comes in for Rainbow, would be my client here. So this is how it would come in and how it would be scheduled. Obviously, you'd have the event title for the 341, the date, and obviously when it's due, and then obviously it would be assigned to a case as well. If you ever want to manually add anything to the calendar, maybe it doesn't come through the notices or what have you, you are able to add dates to the calendar as well. To add an event, you'll just hit the addition button here and be able to come in and manually add stuff as well. The really nice thing about our calendar is it does integrate with other calendars as well. Obviously, you'll be able to come in and you can integrate actually with Google Calendar. If you use iCalendar, you can integrate those two calendars. And then if you use Outlook, we are able to integrate and sync with Outlook here as well. And for all you Clio users, yes, we do sync with Clio, and the calendars do sync with each other. I'll be able to show you guys that integration here in just a little bit. That'll be set up kind of more in the account settings, but I'll go over those type of integrations here in just a minute. Perfect. But once you're ready, like let's say you get your first client in, I got Johnny and Julie Appleseed coming in. So I'm ready to start a new case for them. You're going to see in the top over here, you'll see the add new case in green here. You're just going to click add new case. You can select your practice area. A lot of people do like to use our software to track other different practice areas. Obviously, we tell everyone, we do use the software for bankruptcy, and that's predominantly what it is going to be used for. So I would come in, select bankruptcy, select personal or business here. Enter the first name of the debtor, the last name. I can select the district here. Obviously, we're in basically every single district here. And then I would select the chapter. We do 7, 11, 12, and 13 here as well. Once I'm ready, I will go ahead and hit create case. Once I create the case here, I'm actually going to come into what is our case dashboard. So with our case dashboard, obviously we're going to have updates and news. So let's say we've made a big update to your district. Like I know right now I'm in the Arizona district here. Well, we just updated it to make sure NextChapter can file faster directly with your court. So we have faster filing times. We're going to give you guys that update, on what we've done with your district here. This will just below the updates and news will be just quick contact info. If you just need to add their contact information, you could add that really quickly. Or, if you just need to access it to make a quick call, send a quick email, you have their contact information right here on your case dashboard. Right below there is going to be your quick info. This is more just showing the status of the case, kind of where you're at throughout the case as well. Obviously, you can come through and change it, whether it's ready to file, review, it has been filed, you lost the lead, and then you'll have your certain dates here that you're able to follow along on. Right below that is actually going to be our comment section. Now, this is really big, especially, right now with a lot of people working from home or anything, it's pretty hard to stay in communication, especially if you have two people working on the same case at one time. This gives you a really nice tool to do that. You can actually come in here. You can keep track of notes or maybe things that you've collected from the client or any emails that have been sent to you, but maybe you're a paralegal or a legal assistant wasn't CC'd. You can post those in here. So that way they are able to see those and be able to see the notes you've taken on the case so far. Perfect. So over here on the right side, now this will be your documents checklist, right? So any documents that you've collected, you are able to record what you've collected within NextChapter. So you can come in here, check off documents that you've collected, uncheck things that you've collected. Obviously, you can see this percentage bar up top is all automated. We're keeping track of when it will reach 100%. The nice thing too is you can always come in and add any documents that you would like. So if you just come and press the addition key here, this will come in and let you add any document description that you would like, and then you would save and close. That would then show up right on your document checklist. The nice thing too is if you did have maybe a client that was emailing you saying, hey, I know I've gotten a ton of documents to you. I'm not exactly sure what I still need to get to you. You're actually able to come in and download this entire document checklist of items here. So you can come in and you can see this as, okay, hey, this is what I still need from you. This is what I've received. Now they're able to actually see visually what they still need to get to you. Next, we'll actually have a task list. So we'll have task lists within the case. This will actually also sync with Clio. So any task list within cases, you can keep track of, what you need to get done for that day, maybe what has gotten done for that day. It's really nice too, because you can always come in and add tasks here just through the addition key. And then again, enter the task and then the due date here. And then you can save and close. But you also are able to come in and print these tasks as well, in case maybe somebody needed it right in front of them so they could just crank out tasks really quickly. This will be your events tab. So obviously anything that you want to add to the calendar can be added through your events here. And obviously it'll keep track of things you already have in the calendar. But you are able to come in, edit, delete, maybe something gets done. So you don't want that event in there. You can delete that. Or maybe a date gets changed. You can come in, edit that, and change the date. You can also come in here, again, add event. If you need an add event to the calendar, you can do it right within the case dashboard just by hitting this addition here. And again, that'll bring you right into another tab to add that event to the calendar. Next, we'll have a fees calculator for you. So you'll actually be able to generate receipts within NextChapter. So let's say you have, your client comes in and they're like, hey, I want to see what I've paid for, what you've been charging me for. I just want to see it all laid out. Well, you can now actually do that and show them what exactly they still owe. You can add fees just by hitting the add fee here. Any payments that have been made, you can add the payments here. And then you can come in and download and print this receipt. So this will bring you into a whole nother tab here again. This will bring up your receipt and what it looks like. So we'll have your firm's name up here, the client's names right up here in the top right. We'll have your address, phone number. If you have a website, that'll be on there as well. And then you'll actually be able to see the whole receipt. You'll see what exactly you've charged, what they exactly have paid, and then they can come in and actually see the whole entire balance that they still owe you. Awesome. And the next tab over right next to fees is going to be your time tracker. This is a really nice feature because it is pretty much all automated for you. As you can see, this time tracker is already saying that it's in progress. Now that's saying it's in progress because I've come in and accessed this case. Once I come in and access this case, once I come into the case dashboard, this time tracker is automatically going to turn on for me. As soon as I get out of this case, that time tracker will turn off and record my total minutes, total hours worked on the cases. The nice thing too is that you can manually add hours right through here. Just by hitting that addition key, you'll be brought into, again, another tab where you're able to enter time, and you can also describe what you did during that time. Maybe you collected documents. Maybe you started filling out the client's personal property, you know, what have you. You are able to describe what you have done. Another nice thing too is you are able to print it just as it looks. So obviously down here it has all of your time broken down and the total hours that you worked on maybe that day or during that time slot. You can always come in here and print. So if you download and print it, this will show you exactly the times, when you were on, when you were off, the total hours that you worked. And then it'll also have descriptions. Maybe you added some docs, took a call, edited the schedules. It's going to show you everything that you've done as well. Obviously, you can see there's a user here as well. The nice thing about the time tracker too is you are able to come in and filter that by your users. Perfect. So as obviously you guys know, with NextChapter, the biggest thing that we're really trying to eliminate here for you guys is, entering in that double data entry. So, having to go through and put something in, and then maybe like later down the road, you see it again, you have to put it in again. We want to eliminate that completely. And the way we try and do that for you is to let you know that these are going to be your web workflows over here on the left. We want you guys working from top all the way to bottom. That's going to eliminate that double data entry and really help you guys out with not having to input the same data over and over again. We do have a credit report integration here. It's really nice, obviously, to use because you can come in and import these credit reports directly into the schedules. You can import them into schedules D, E, and F. And it is going to be a tri-merge credit report. So we get them from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. It's all through UCS, Universal Credit Services. So they actually provide us with the credit reports here. And they will, so the only thing that they actually need to take care of beforehand is going to be that on-site inspection. Obviously, we know some people end up working at a home office and stuff like that. So obviously be in contact with us. We'll try and work out something because even if you do work at an at-home office, we can still work out pulling credit reports through our software. So just make sure you reach out to us and we can definitely help you out with that. But they would just have to do a physical on-site inspection at your commercial office, really just checking to make sure that it's secure. The pricing for those is the on-site inspection is going to be right at $70 actually and it's a one-time fee. They only do it once. After that, to pull those credit reports, it's going to be an individual pull would be $35. And then if you wanted to pull a joint, it would be $55 here. Perfect. So as you're working through these web workflows, obviously I could go through every single section with you guys. I would be on here for a pretty long time if I did do that. But you can go through these sections. If you guys ever want to, see, hey, I have my vehicle zoned in here, but where exactly is that going in the schedules? It's just listed here for me. It's very easy to see where we're putting the information. If you just come up to this preview button up here and click preview, this is going to bring you into your entire petition preview. So this will show obviously schedules A and B is where we're going to put the property. And you can see this information has already been pulled over for me. So you are able to see that in case you have questions about where things are being pulled into. Perfect. So I know a big thing too is our Chapter 13 plan add-on. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into that actually here. The Chapter 13 plan, again, you can file Chapter 13s with us without the add-on. I just know that the add-on makes it a lot easier to file a Chapter 13 with NextChapter. So as I said before, again, with these web workflows, you do want to work from top to bottom here. And that is because obviously you're going to have your secured claims, unsecured priority claims. Those are all being pulled down into your asset table here. So obviously you can see we'll have your plan treatments in here already, but you are able to come in and actually edit those. So maybe you have a 2017 Accord here, but they want to pay that outside the plan. Well, you can come in and actually just go ahead and change that. You can change that to outside the plan. Or maybe you want to override the amortized balance here. You can override that, or you can keep it what we have. Or you can come in and override, and we do have an amortization calculator for you as well. But once you have all that and you're done filling out the asset table, making edits to the plan treatments, you'll have your Chapter 13 calculator down here. The Chapter 13 calculator, obviously you can see that with everything going on with the coronavirus and everything, we know that they've extended the plan length. We have already obviously adjusted to that and extended it to 84. But these are some of the things that you can actually come in and change. Obviously, we're pulling all of the total debt that you've implemented, your attorney's fees, whether there's a mortgage payment, the current income from Schedule J, the plan payment needed on Schedule J. We will pull all that information in here for you because we know you've already implemented it in. But you can always come in, change the plan length. You can come in and enter in the trustees' fees. Obviously, we know by district, the trustees' fees change. You can come in and change the trustees' fees, unsecured percentage, and then the total unsecured to be paid through the plan. Can always come in and change that. And then you can always come in and change the actual total payment plan. A really nice thing that you are able to do is actually outline the whole Chapter 13 receipt for your client. So let's say they come in and they're saying, hey, I just want to see my plan outlined. What am I paying off inside the treatment? What am I paying off outside? They are able to come in and do that just by downloading this Chapter 13 receipt. So you'll come right in here and you can download this Chapter 13 receipt. It'll give you that outline, the length of a plan, the total debt, all of your attorney's fees, what exactly their monthly payment plan is. It's also going to show, what exactly the plan treatment is, whether it's inside, conduit, or conduit. They're paying outside. It is outlining everything for them. So you are able to come in and download and print this as well. Awesome. So let's say you guys are, ready to go. The petition's ready. You guys are ready to file. Super easy to come in and file the case through NextChapter. You're going to come in. You can review and file here. This will bring you to your review tab here. So obviously we want to show you, we need information in order for you to go ahead and file the case. So we'll need your billing information, your ECF credentials, client profile, filing information. If there is something wrong, there will be a explanation point in red right here, obviously telling you to review, and then you can go back. Once you hit review, it'll take me right into my attorney profile to review that page. Once I'm ready to go, though, I can come in and assemble my PDF petition packet here. So I would come in, select one of my templates, which you're able to create within here. I'll just go complete all bankruptcy petition and forms. So now my bankruptcy petition is here with all my schedules. If I add anything to our client document storage, so obviously you can add any documents that you want within NextChapter. You can add those through our client document storage, which is right into additional documents. And you can do that. So this will actually have everything outlined. So let's say, you have the credit counseling certificate that you want added to the petition. You add that into NextChapter. You're able to have that in your additional PDF packets, and you can just drag and drop it right into the petition, and it'll be in there. Awesome. Once you're ready to file, you're going to come right into your file page here. So this will have, obviously, ask you a couple questions that we need in order for you to file. If you're filing in your primary district, it'll have it right here for you. If you're not, you can go ahead and check that, and then you can put in your ECF credentials down there. But you are able to come in and then choose your division, enter the debtor social, ask for the dates on the signature lines. You can put today, and then you just hit start ECF filing and you begin the filing right through ECF. So obviously really nice, really easy to be able to file directly with the court through here. The last two, or I guess three integrations and features that I really want to show you are going to be one, the Clio integration, And then I'll also end up showing you the My Chapter client portal, and then the Next Message client texting feature. And I'll run through those here pretty quickly. I know I've taken up a ton of time already. But cool. So right under your account settings, this is where you're going to want to actually come in and get your Clio integration set up, right? So come into your account settings. This is where you're going to have your firm settings here as well. Anything with the Chapter 13 plans, pricing plans, billing, and credit card. And then your integrations tab here. So obviously, when you're coming in to set your Clio integration, you can come right into your Clio integration, and you can come in and choose what exactly you want to be synced over. So maybe you want just contact information and bankruptcy matters synced over. You only want to keep track of the NextChapter calendar. You can go ahead and turn that off, and you won't have to sync events. Or obviously, if you want to sync the calendars, you can come in and sync those calendars, events, and tasks as well. So super easy to do, obviously, to sync these. And these are always syncing with each other, so the data is always coming back and forth. Awesome. So the next I want to show you is our My Chapter client portal. Really great feature for a lot of people, especially right now. Maybe it's not as easy to meet with clients and gather in all their information. So this will be your welcome message. Obviously, the client portal gets sent to the clients via email. They'll have access to the client portal where they'll be able to click a link and access the client portal. This will be the welcome message that you're sending them, just welcoming them to the client portal, letting them know this is the place for them to fill out all their information. You can add your firm's logo in here, put the contact info, and then you can choose the email that you want it to come from. You can also come in and add any mail attachments in here. So obviously if you have maybe any forms or anything in particular that needs to be signed by them or that they need to fill out, you can come in and upload those in here and they can get those right back to you. This is the nice thing about our client portal is it is completely customizable. You can choose exactly what you want them to fill out here. So maybe I have somebody where their bank account information, I would rather fill that out for them. I trust myself to fill it out correctly. So I would rather fill that out for them. Well, I can come into that client portal and just turn that off. This can be turned off. Or maybe I have somebody that I do want to fill out the bank account information. Maybe they need a little bit of guidance to fill out that information. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check that on. And then I can come down here and add any custom instructions that I want to their bank account information. That's what this is used for. So in order to help them out and really streamline that process of them filling out the correct information here. Once I am ready to go with the My Chapter client portal, let's say I'm ready to send it out, it's ready to go. I'm actually going to come into the case again. So I want to send this to Johnny and Julie Appleseed here. I'm going to come into their Chapter 13 case here. Once I come into the case, you'll be on the case dashboard. You'll come actually all the way down right into the bottom, more of the bottom of the page of the case dashboard, and you're going to actually see this client portal. This is where you can actually send it to them. So this is where you would send it. Obviously, it already says I've invited them, but this is where you would put their email in and then send it to the debtor. The nice thing about this as well is when you go in and you are in your integrations and your account settings and you're setting the client portal, that is your firm default for the client portal. So that is what the client portal is going to look like for everyone you send it to. Let's say you have a client that maybe you don't want them to fill out as much information. You can always come in and click this settings icon right here. That'll actually bring up a quick view of the customization of your client portal. So obviously you can come in here and quickly be able to turn off and on sections, whether you want them filling it out, or add custom instructions, whether you want to add custom instructions. Perfect. The last feature that I do want to show you is going to be our Next Message client text notifications feature. Or I'm sorry, I apologize, everybody. I did not even show you what the client portal would look like for the client here. Give me 1 second. So obviously when you get the client portal, they're going to go in, they're going to get the email, and then they are going to want to sign into the client portal. So they will actually come into the portal here. They will be able to come in, and this is what they will actually see. So let's say they come in, they access that client portal. This is what they'll be access to. So obviously they can come in, fill out all their information, their contact info, their addresses, their dependents, all the way down to uploading documents. I mean, we have the suggested documents in here, but you can always go into your account settings and add more documents, if you had documents that you want to add in there. That way they know exactly what they need to get to you. The nice thing too is, let's say they get you that information, you can come in, you're going to come in and review this before you import it into NextChapter. So you'll come in, review all their information. Let's say maybe they don't fill out the information correctly, or maybe they forgot a document to upload into NextChapter. Well, I can come in and hit send my chapter back to debtor. They can come in and they can actually type in whatever message they want, or whatever message you want to send back to them. So maybe they upload, tax documents. So that way they would be able to upload their tax documents for you. It's very easy to communicate back and forth with them. Once you're ready to go and everything, you've reviewed it, it's all correct, you can actually import this into NextChapter, and all that information will go right into your case. Perfect. So the last feature, again, that I want to show you is going to be that client texting feature. Obviously, you could see within the case, you do have your kind of text box. So you will receive notifications through there. You're also able to see your entire text chain with the client as well. So if you have, texts that you've sent that you want to make sure, you can always come through and check those. You can always come in and type whatever you want in here to just send off to the client as well. But again, once you want to get that set up, the nice thing about the client texting is it can be very automated for you. So again, you'll come into your account settings. Once you're in your account settings here, so let this load really quick. You'll come into your integrations again, and you'll come down to next message client texting. We'll actually be able to assign your firm a number here. So you'll be able to pick your area code where you want the number assigned. Once you get that number, you'll be able to use that number. But you can put your email in here, so that way when you can still see when you get text back from that client. So it'll just come through as an email for you. You can also have another email CC'd if you want another email to receive those notifications. This is what you can actually come in and build out as these reminder tools. So again, like I said, maybe you have that 341 hearing date come in. We'll kind of stay on that. But maybe you have that come in. You want to make sure that your client receives a text about it a day before their 341 hearing, and you want to remind them that it is tomorrow. Right? So I'm going to program this 341 hearing date recipe, and this is what I want the message to say. So reminder that your 341 hearing is tomorrow. Please bring these documents. Arrive 30 minutes early. You're able to come in, choose the preferred time of day. You're able to choose which office this is going to be at. Maybe you want to include the chapter. You are able to do that as well. But you can come in and say, I want this text sent out one day before that 341 hearing to debtor number one. So obviously now, once I have this program, that text is automatically going to go to that debtor a day before that 341 hearing, whether you programmed it in the morning or the afternoon. So it's a really nice feature to have, and obviously you can see these reminders that are built out. This is what you can do and build out these recipes. And I think that concludes my demo of NextChapter. Obviously, I hope you guys did learn a lot as you guys were on there here. But let me pull up my camera here again. There we go. So I hope you guys learned here a lot. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, we'll post our sales Calendly link in here so you guys are able to see that and be able to, schedule a call with either Alex or I, or schedule a product demo if you guys want to learn a little bit more about the application. Awesome. So I'm actually going to welcome my colleague Alex onto the stage here, and she's going to be going over those pricings and kind of how you can transition from, other software providers into NextChapter. So Alex.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. So as Tim mentioned, I am the other sales specialist with NextChapter. So Tim did a great job in reviewing everything. So what I want to do is really focus on those of you out there that are either switching from another software or are maybe brand new to bankruptcy after taking a break for a couple years, or brand new to bankruptcy altogether. So we've done a really good job in trying to build out a robust help center, different tools that you can utilize to help not only train yourself as you're initially getting started with NextChapter, but having those ongoing trainings as well, making sure that you're utilizing the most out of our software as you can. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. Hopefully that looks good for everyone. So like I mentioned, we have a lot of people that are moving from other bankruptcy softwares or getting started altogether. About 90% of our current users were former users of another software, and they've lived to tell the tale. We've worked really hard on making sure that we provide a robust help center, support, tools to make sure that you guys feel comfortable utilizing our software and that it's working and being successful for you. So one thing I do want to point out is if you are moving from another software, we do offer shell imports. So we know sometimes those Chapter 13 cases last a really long time. And if you decide in the middle of, while one of those Chapter 13 cases are ongoing, to move to NextChapter, we can do a shell import of the case. So that's going to be like the bankruptcy matter, the contacts, that information, and transfer that over. The other nice thing is that we will also continue to monitor any notices that come through Pacer. So as Tim showed with the Pacer notification tool, you can apply that to any ongoing and open cases that you'd move over to NextChapter as well. So there's no worry that you're not going to have those, that you'll have to try to log into, Pacer and get those yourself. We will make sure to monitor and put those in there as well. So I'm going to point out this help center because I think people see it sometimes but don't always know what this means. So what we have here are a great option for doing kind of some self-training and using some of these tools that we have, things like webinars. So just like we've done all week in recording these sessions, we have webinars that are ongoing. We try to do about 3 to 4 a month, and they cover the whole range of things. Filing boot camp. Maybe it's about just refreshing your knowledge on NextChapter and the tools that we have. Whatever it may be, you always are able to watch any of those past webinars or register for upcoming ones as well. And we really suggest and hope that you will. They're free for you to attend. There's no cost to you, no matter what pricing plan you're on. So again, just another way that you can help train yourself. And just like this says, our training videos are going to be our videos that cover singular topics on a video by video basis. So it could be things like how to set up your firm, how to file, setting up some of the case management tools, any of the integration tools that we went over, how to set those up and customize them. Those will all be here. So if you're someone that likes to learn on your own, watch a video, definitely come in here and take advantage of that. We also have articles, which I myself even use when I'm doing demos with clients. If there is a topic that you need more information on, put a keyword in here. So if I'm looking for more examples of exemptions, we've published these articles for you to walk through. So if I need to figure out how to enter an exemption, specifically for NextChapter, I can come in here and we've published these articles. We've got screen shares, short little videos to show you click by click how to add an exemption. Everything is housed in here. And again, just an easy way for you to read over information and kind of do the work on your own if that's how you work best. We also have a great customer success team. I know some of you that are already using NextChapter have become familiar with them. They do a great job in supporting all of our attorneys that are utilizing NextChapter and have questions. So we have a couple ways that you can get a hold of them. You can always chat with them. So it's an in-app chat. Once you're logged in, I can talk to the team and ask, I need information on how to enter income, whatever that might be. And we'll talk with you. Our customer success team is able to do screen share so they can see exactly where you're clicking. Make sure that maybe you're just hovering over and you're just not seeing it. Whatever the case may be, they are happy to help and support you guys. They also have a customer success number as well. So if you're someone that likes to talk voice to voice with someone, please feel free to give them a call. They're also happy to help. Tim and I are also happy to help. You know, we're not on the customer success team, but you know, being the size that we are, we all wear multiple hats, and we just love to continue to talk with our attorneys and help answer questions. It's how we learn as well. So I think the common theme here that we've talked about from start to finish all through the demo is that we are a cloud-based software. That enables you as the attorney to wield a lot more power in the accessibility of getting to your cases, getting to your information, your documents for your clients, whatever the case may be, allowing other people to help with data entry and working through cases. By being cloud-based, you don't have to be tied to your desktop in the office. You can go home and take calls after hours and log those into your client's case. Have them send you documents and upload those at any point. Access it from court, whatever it is. Also have others help you. They are able to, you know, access the accounts as well from their own tablets, phones, laptops, whatever it is. Just being that more accessible makes you more successful as well. All right, so I'm going to get to the pricing, which I know everyone is dying to see. All right, so we have two categories, the per case and the annual plans. I will scroll down. I know I'm sure probably people are asking me to scroll down so they can see all the way through, but I just want to cover the pricing, and then we'll tell you kind of how each of those differentiate between each other. So sorry about that, guys. So the Start and the Start Plus are the per case plans. So sorry, goodness gracious, guys. There we go. So the $79 is going to cover your ability to file a full petition from start to finish. You'll have the schedules, you'll have the petition, the local forms, the ECF filing. You can do a full filing with the Start plan. The Start Plus is just like the Start plan, includes everything from start to finish to be able to file. But in addition, you'll receive My Chapter, which is the client intake form, and Next Message, the texting tool. So again, this is also going to be dependent on your caseload. So if you find that you probably are filing anywhere from 10 or more a year, it might make more sense to do the annual plan, but determine which one's going to be the best fit on what tools you think are going to be most helpful for your firm. The Pro plan is one of the annual plans. Both of the annual plans come with unlimited filings for your subscription year. This includes up to 6 users, so you can invite others to, again, access NextChapter with their own logins, help with adding cases, data entry, whatever it is. And the Pro plan comes with NextChapter notices. That's that Pacer notice feature that we talked about. So again, including everything that you need in order to file, but again, the added tool of having the NextChapter notices feature. I'm sure a lot of you have gotten emails about this. Our work from home plan is the promotion that we're running through the end of this month, May, and it is running for $14.99. So again, includes everything in the Pro plan. In addition, though, you have the NextChapter notices like we do with the Pro. You have My Chapter, which is the client intake, Next Message, which is the texting feature, and then we have a service called Concierge. This service, I think, gets overlooked a lot by attorneys that buy this plan, and it's a really, I think, good tool to use. So essentially what we do is we send you a full questionnaire of things that we can customize your firm's account. So rather than a one-size-fits-all, tell us how you'd like us to make this a better fit for your firm, whether it's uploading firm documents, you want certain filing templates added, maybe a common creditors list you want uploaded for you. Whatever it is, let us know and we're happy to help you out with that. Okay, so I think I covered it. I'm sure I'll have plenty of questions from you additionally on what the costs are. But like we mentioned, the Start and Start Plus are per case plans. The Pro and the Work from Home are the annual plans. The Chapter 13 plans are an additional cost. It is $250 per district per year. So depending on what district you file in, you'll want to purchase a Chapter 13 plan for that specific district. If there are multiple districts, it will be $250 per the district, the different districts you file in. All right. So I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit longer just so that you can look through it. Again, if you sign up for an account, you are able to access this. This is not, just for us to see and then tell you. You can look through this at any point, walk through it. There's plenty of these question marks next to everything. So if you want to just hover over it to see, what does this mean? What is included? What's not? We break it down so it's very understandable about what you're getting. But again, always feel free to reach out and ask us any other questions. And we're happy to walk you through this. All right, hopefully that was helpful. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. All right, so that's all we have for this morning. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for attending this. Hopefully it was helpful. You got a lot out of it. If there's any questions, again, please feel free to email the sales team, sign up for an account, get yourself signed up, walk through it, look through everything, ask questions, and we're happy to have you joining us. All right, thanks so much, everyone.
Hi. Hey guys, it's me again. I'm just here. I wanted to remind you guys about all of our sessions that we have for the rest of today, and also to join the Slack group so we can communicate outside of this. We have a lot to talk about. You guys had so many great questions. We tried to answer all of them. We're going to continue to answer them in the questions tab. So if you have any more questions, please let us know. And our team will be on here for the next, probably the next hour as we wrap up the rest of the session here and then get ready for the next one. So I just want to talk about the next couple that we have. Forgive me, I'm looking at my other screen here. And okay, 11 a.m. we are going to be hearing from law librarian and lawyer Erin Page. She's going to be talking about bankruptcy books and legal research with Fast Case. So we've got a great session there, and that'll be moderated by Carly Hannon, who is at Fast Case as well. She's the VP of Sales and Marketing. So it's going to be a really informative session. And after that, at 2 p.m., we're bringing Ron Drescher back, guys. Look, Ron has been a user of NextChapters for a long time, but he's also a very, very expert bankruptcy attorney who knows everything about bankruptcy law. So we're bringing him back. This time he's going to be talking about systems and workflows. So we are going to be, he's going to take us inside his plan about how he sets everything up to make all of his systems kind of work together. So you can see Infusionsoft, which he talks about all the time, which is a good lead gen, a marketing tool. And then he's going to talk about how that connects with NextChapter, and then how he communicates with his clients and automation. And I think there's a lot there. Also, we have, so that's at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then the very last session of the whole entire thing is our closing keynote with Jack Newton. He is the CEO of Clio and a good friend of mine. He's been a mentor of mine as I've built NextChapter, and he's going to be talking all about the client-centered law firm. So he'll be talking about how you can succeed in an experience-driven world. And I've been to a lot of the Clio conferences and talked with him personally, and he's always very accessible to kind of riff on things with. If you wanted to talk with him about some legal tech or how to make your law firm better, I think it's going to be a very informative session and really help in this definite kind of unknown time that we're in right now. So join that session and you guys will be able to see a little bit more about that. So we've got a ton of questions where I'm going to go over and hop into the questions tab and start answering. And if you have not signed up yet, go ahead and sign up. Like we said, it's free. for everyone, and you can decide which kind of plan you want by the time you're ready to file your first case. We also allow you to file and use NextChapter for any kind of case. So if you have an immigration case, a personal injury case, domestic, really any kind of case, you can put it into NextChapter, use it for all of the case management features, and sync it up with Clio or Infusionsoft or any other tool that kind of has even more robust features than we do in that regard. And then when you're ready to have your first bankruptcy case, you can use it thoroughly, file it with the court, and continue on from there. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And if you have more questions, hop into the Slack group. Give us a call, send us an email. We're around. So we'll see you here in just a little bit. Thanks, guys.